This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a music studio? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing our good neighbor, Kent Stump, with Crystal Clear Sound. Kent, it's great to have you on today. Now, we are excited to learn more about you and your business. So go ahead and tell us just a little bit more about your music studio.
Well, thanks for having me, first of all. Crystal Clear Sound is the oldest continuously open recording studio in the DFW area, as far as I know. The studio has actually been here since 1978. And I started working here in 1997 as a staff engineer and took over as an owner in 2013. And we do a huge variety of different types of music and all different types of things, from audiobooks to full album production, full band mixing, mastering, recording, all the whole start to finish. We can do it here. We also do a short run CD duplication here. So
very cool. Now, what about the most common misconception you typically face in your industry? What is that you get told on the day-to-day?
Well, one of the things that I notice a lot, so the recording industry has changed a lot in the last 20 years. Now it's a lot easier you can buy a microphone and buy some software and record at home. So recording at home is much easier than it used to be. But one thing that I think is something that people don't realize is to get a final, fully produced, polished, commercially ready release at home is much harder than it is in a professional studio using a professional engineer. And so that's something that we offer here is that professionalism and expertise that you don't necessarily have trying to do it yourself at home.
What makes it so hard to do that at home?
Well, there's a lot of a few things. For one thing, if you have a band, it can be hard to record a full band at home. It can be hard to record a drum set at home. It can be hard to have, all of the gear that you would need to have everybody playing live. But then, once you actually get the tracks done, say you're just recording, sequencing stuff with MIDI inside the computer, there's still a lot of skill and expertise involved in creating a good commercial ready release or mix that's ready for release, as well as mastering. There's a lot of things that you can't easily do without a good bit of knowledge to make it sound great. And one thing I think people don't realize is, you're going to put your music out there and get it on like all the streaming platforms and have it out for public release. You want it to sound really good. Even if it's the greatest song in the world, if it doesn't sound good, people aren't going to want to listen to it.
100%. Now, Kent, we're going to go ahead and switch gears here for a second. We know that marketing is the heart of every business. So ideally, who are you looking to attract to your music studio, and how are you reaching them today?
Well, we have a pretty broad spectrum of types of clients that we reach out to and that we'd like to see here. Mostly local musicians, regional musicians that are out performing, that want to get their own music recorded and get it out and released. And also, I do a lot of work with universities and schools. I record all the UNT lab bands and, UTD, Stephen F. Austin, OSU, will record their ensembles. I've done some work with some high school ensembles. It's a great learning experience for the students and for young musicians, just to come into the studio and do a recording session. It's a whole different environment and mindset from playing a live show. But we also do, like I mentioned, audio books. Another thing that we do a lot of is songwriters. Say you've got a great song that you've written at home, but you just wrote it on your guitar. You don't have a band, and you want to make this a full commercial release. We can do that with you. I have a producer that I partner with, and we can work with the songwriter to chart the song out, hire the appropriate musicians for the style that you want to do the session to record everything, and get it, from the earliest stages of an idea to a full release. We take care of that for you.
Very cool. And how are you reaching that audience today?
Our website is crystalclearsound.net, and then also we have a Facebook page and Instagram. And probably one of the biggest ways that we get clients is word of mouth. People refer their friends. The musical community in DFW is pretty pretty strong, and a lot of people know each other. So that's a big way that we get business.
Have you ever thought about having a podcast for your business before in terms of getting the word out more?
I have thought about that. I'm just, the hard part for that regarding that for me is coming up with content, I suppose. But it's something that I'm kind of thinking about, and I don't know, maybe we'll see if I can make that happen.
Now, outside of work, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I'm a musician, and I'm a guitar player, and so I have a band that we're somewhat inactive right now, but I play guitar. My wife and I are also huge hockey fans, so we're really looking forward to Dallas Stars season coming soon. But I don't have a lot of free time, but when I do, it's hanging out with my wife and our dogs, and playing some guitar, writing some music of my own.
So you said you're a musician, so where was your passion for music born?
Well, I grew up in a musical family. Both my parents are musicians. My brother's a musician. It was just something that was always part of my life. And I went to UNT as a jazz music major and worked for a number of years as a musician. And I think my interest in recording came from wanting to record my own music. And then it just kind of turned into my career. And, so one thing that I feel like, that I offer clients that not every other studio offers is the fact that I am a trained musician, and I can speak the language of musicians and understand the music, whereas sometimes there's engineers that aren't musicians, and that can be, I think, harder for them to understand, what is happening musically. So.
Okay, so you can translate their vision well into the music, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And final question for you, Kent. You had told us a couple places where you're reaching people now. So where's the best place for them to go and find you?
Probably, well, our website maybe is the best place in terms of the amount of information and contact information as well. But also, like I said, the Facebook, which is Crystal Clear Sound Recording Studio, and then Instagram as well.
Well, Kent, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com, or call 469-221-9345.